Hey guys, it's Jessica from Peace Love Books, and today I'm here with Miss Darcy. She's like, what you doing? Hello. We are going to be vlogging Anastasia. So it's actually release day today. I meant to read it this weekend, but I have to read 2 Anna Huang books before my interview tonight, actually. So her books are long, and Anastasia's like 800 pages, so I did not get to reading Anastasia yet. I am about 15% in, so I did start it a little bit over the weekend, but I'm very excited because this is Sophie's first fantasy, and she's been writing it for like 6 months, and I'm very excited. I've already had some friends rate it very, very high. They say that like twist at the end's really good. So far, 15% in, it's all world building, it's all about certain characters, and I don't know how much I'm loving it so far, but that's how I felt about like Crescent City and like other fantasy romances. It takes a long time to like build up the world and the plot and the characters before you get into all the good stuff, so hopefully it starts picking up. But I just wanted to start this vlog because I knew I wouldn't actually do it if I didn't start it. So hopefully I can read more today. I do have a Christmas novella I want to finish today. I did wear my cat sweater to work today, to school. Got lots of compliments. I have like a bazillion Christmas sweaters because my mom buys them on clearance at the end of the year every year, and she always buys like 5. So this is hers. I take from her closet every week that I visit, and my sister has some and I have some. So I'm set to wear Christmas sweaters for like 2.5 weeks straight before Christmas break, which is next week, which I'm very excited for. But I will definitely update you as I read, and we'll see how the book goes. I have very high hopes. Even though it's slow and I'm not loving it right now, I'm gonna trust the process. Hi guys, so it is not really that much of a reading update. Last time I talked to you I was 15% in, and now I am 20% in. It's just still very slow, and I'm not like loving. Hopefully you can't see how dirty my glasses are. Oh my god, Lily was very excited for me to get home. I am wearing my cat Christmas dress today. Had to wear a scarf because it's a little low cut, but I had school today, and then Lily gave me love, and then I haven't been able to read too much. Yesterday I don't even remember what I got distracted doing. Oh, I had an interview. So I had my author interview with Anna Huang, and that went so well, and I have some mail. So first I ordered for myself the new Brittany C. Cherry Christmas romance. It was like $12, and it came early, so it came out today, but it arrived yesterday from Amazon. Not like I'm gonna read it early, but I got it early, which is nice. So this one, I think it might be a fake dating. Oh, her fiance left her at the altar on Christmas Eve. Oh, I think she like goes on dates at his restaurant. He's tired of seeing her going on dates there that like failed miserably, so it looks really cute. Then Desiree from Genki Reader sent me The Kite by N.R. Walker. Now this, she knows me so well. This book is MM, and it's an ex-Australian specialist response group leader. I think he gets a job to take down someone, and there's another guy who is a man who is dangerous with no loyalty or nationality, and his next job is a face he recognizes because he's a mercenary for whoever hires him, and that's the guy who I think is trying to kill him. So they were like both hired to kill each other, and then they decided to team up and survive and fall in love. Like, give me that Mr. and Mrs. Smith kind of vibes. Give me that romantic suspense. So this sounds amazing. And then what came in, I ordered some books for my mother from Barnes & Noble. I'm not going to say what they are in case she's watching this, but I added The Badge by Lena Hendricks because this one I saw Caitlin from the Love Librarian reading, and it sounds so good, and I got this edition, which I thought was super pretty, instead of like the guy edition. She is like hiding out somewhere, and the last man she expected to see was the man who saved her life, and she didn't expect him to be ruggedly handsome and charming, and I think that he's like a dangerous criminal though. So, oh, he was in the Chicago Mafia and decided to trade that life to save his sister, and now he's stuck on a ranch until he can go back to his job. So I think like it's kind of like witness protection kind of thing, and she, I think, is like a government official though, and they end up falling in love. I feel like this doesn't say that, but I thought that that's what Caitlin said. She did say she thinks I'd like book 2 better, so we'll see. And then Carrie from Book for Romance sent me the special, I think this is from Illumicrate, of Love Hypothesis, and look how pretty. Look how pretty that is. So it's red instead of blue, and it has sprayed edges, and it's so pretty. So thank you, Carrie. Oh yeah, and it has the embossing on the cover. It's so cute. I gave this book 5 stars. I loved it. So thank you so much to Carrie for the Christmas gift. I am so excited. I have 2 books that I bought for myself and 2 books that amazing friends gifted me, so very excited for those. Anastasia's just keep on trucking along. I don't even know if there's gonna be a romance yet. She feels very young too. It feels very young adult fantasy right now, so I don't know. She's very juvenile. She still doesn't have control of her powers, and that's where we are. I don't know if there's gonna be a time jump or not. Hopefully there is, because I don't love young adult fantasy anymore. I like want that adult, so we'll see. I have to go work out and then I have some reading sprints on my channel with friends, so hopefully I get some more read and I will chat with you guys when I've read more. I do have the day off tomorrow. I have a doctor's appointment, so it's smack dab in the middle of the day, an hour from where I work, so there was no way I was gonna be able to go to school, so I just took a sick day to go to my doctor's appointment and then I can read, so I'm very excited for that. So hopefully I get a lot more read by the time I talk to you next. Hi everybody, it is oh my gosh, I almost said it was Sunday. It's Thursday. I have my sweaters from my sister's closet behind me because tomorrow's ugly new sweater day at school. I did have the day off today. I went to my parents' house to watch their dogs and I'm back home and I'm with my puppies. Look how cute those both are. Hi Lily. You okay? She's so sweet. Anyways, I had reading sprints with my friends yesterday on my channel, which was a lot of fun. I love chatting with my friends and chatting with everybody in the comments. Like half of us were reading Anastasia, which that was so funny, but I am 60% through now. I got to like 40% I think yesterday, and then I read 20% throughout the day today, and I really want to read a lot more tonight. It's already 7:15. I meant to read so much more today, but I did end up getting to film a video today too, which was really nice, for an announcement that's coming Sunday, which I don't know I don't know if I can post this video before then because I have a video coming Sunday, and I already know what I'm doing Monday, so we'll see when this video comes out. But I was excited to film and edit that, but I'm gonna be reading. I am enjoying it more because it's been so much world building, so much politics, so much history, which I feel like it's kind of needed for an Anastasia retelling because Anastasia itself is pretty political and history based because Anastasia is a real person. So I understand that. Like, I'm 60% in now and we're finally getting romance, which is like what I want as a romance reader. But I have to remember, I feel like I keep on saying it, but comparing to like Sarah J Maas, her books are very, very slow for like 60-70%, and then you just get so much at the end that you forget how slow the beginning was. And I feel like you need that build up in order to be connected to the characters when things happen. Now, I've seen Anastasia, not Disney movie, but what movie had done it? It's an animated movie. I know what happens to her family. And I'm assuming Sophie is going to keep the history. So I'm just like very anxious now reading it, like on my toes, like when is this gonna happen? I'm really scared. I do know they do end up together, like Anastasia and Damien. I don't remember his name because it's not Dimitri. Dimitri's a cousin of hers. But Anastasia and her love interest will end up together because it is a romance, meaning it does have a happily ever after. So at least I have some like peace of mind there. But I feel like these characters are going to just get put through the ringer. And I heard she doesn't turn 18 until 80%. She's still 16. So still definitely reads like a young adult fantasy, which, like I said, I like Sarah J Maas. So I am enjoying it, but it's just very slow going. I feel like I'm not dying to read because it's been such a slow process, and it's more of like the heavy fantasy that I'm not used to reading, like kind of Brandon Sanderson kind of stuff where it's very deep in the politics and the history. I do really like the magic system though. So interesting. I don't want to spoil anything, but I really like what Anastasia is learning and trying to understand, the little snippets that we get. I would like more. I would like to see her using magic more, but overall I'm very intrigued by this magic system. I think Sophie's doing a really good job of introducing it, making it understandable, and like I know what's going on and nothing is too confusing. Like, I do not like fantasy where I have no idea what's happening and it's too smart for me. This is not like that. I feel like it's easy to grasp, but it's slow going. So I'm gonna hopefully read more with my puppies. I do have work tomorrow and then it's gonna be the weekend, so hopefully I can finish this soon because I've been reading this now for almost a week. and I never take a week to read books, but it is a chunky book. So goal is to finish tomorrow. I do have reading sprints with my members tomorrow, so I'll get a good chunk done there, but it's taking me a long time. Like when I work out, I run on the treadmill for half an hour and I only got through 5% of this book. Typically with a normal size book, I get through 10%. With a novella, I can get through like 20% of a book in a workout. I don't feel as successful in a workout now because I'm only reading 5%, but it's okay. I am enjoying this, and hopefully the ending is as good as some friends say. Like one friend hated it and one friend loved it, so we'll see where I fall. Hi guys, a bit of a different angle. We've got all my historicals behind me, but my hair also did not successfully go up in my clip. I'll fix it later. I am now 82% into Anastasia. It is Friday. I'm so excited for the weekend, and then I have 1 week left until break, so very, very excited. But Anastasia is definitely picking up a lot. So about 75% in, things started happening, and it was just like boom, boom, boom from there. And I feel like we're getting there. I'm like, oh, I only have 20% left, but I was like, it's like 160 pages I still have left. So I have like 2 hours left of reading, and I want to finish tonight. I have reading sprints with my members, so I'll get at least an hour reading done there, and hopefully I finish. So we finally are getting romance. Our heroine is finally 18, and we're getting some development of this romance and some like culmination of this plot of how they're gonna defeat Rasputin, because I'm assuming they're supposed to beat him. I do know that this is a spinoff though for, like, it's going to have a spinoff of her vampire series, and I think this is like introducing that magic system, and so we definitely have vampires in here, which has been very interesting. But I don't know like what this big twist is gonna be. I don't know if I'm gonna be blown away. I'm hoping the next 20% goes by really quickly. They're just like kind of hanging out right now, but I know like it's like the calm before the storm, because we had like crazy plot stuff happening for like 10-15%, and now we're like calm, and now I feel like it's gonna be like a lot in the next 20%. So hopefully things really pick up, and I really do appreciate their relationship though, because it's like kind of been like they've been in love since they were kids, but time is not on their side, people are not on their side, the war is not on their side, so they're constantly pulled apart, and they're finally able to be together and like explore a relationship together, which has been really cute. And I like this connection between them. I feel like it might go a little deeper. I don't know, there's some like paranormal aspect of their relationship. I feel like we're kind of getting a little bit of an explanation now. So I am still enjoying it. I don't think it'll be a 5-star read. I'm hoping by the end it'll be 4, but we'll see. I'm not hating it. I'm enjoying the journey. I'm enjoying the story. So hopefully I finish tonight, and the next time I talk to you, I will be done. Hi, I just got off reading sprints with my members. It is 9:45. We were almost on sprints for 3 hours. So I started, oh, it's 10. It's already 10 o'clock. I think we were on there for 2 hours and 45 minutes because we chatted a ton, and then I did 2 sprints, and then I had 5% left, and they were all just like, just finished. So it was actually a lot of fun, like live updating as I was reading with my channel members in sprints, because this book has a twist. And it wasn't my favorite. Like, it wasn't like it was kind of like a plot twist, but like not something that was like a secret revealed. It was just like something that happened, and it was like okay, but it was very confusing. Like the whole scene leading up to that twist, I was like, I don't get how things are working, and I feel like there were still a lot of questions in the magic system that didn't really fully make sense. Like I'm still like, well, why didn't they just do this, or why did this happen? How is this even like plausible in the fantasy setting with the fantasy rules? So we were talking, and some of my friends in the chat have given this book 2 stars. I don't think it wasn't as an enjoyable experience enough to give it 2 stars. I think I'm gonna give it 3. After the twist happened, like I liked the angst that it put the romance through. However, that angst was over very quickly because the twist happens like 90% in the book. So you don't have as much time to not deal with that twist, which I'm glad it wasn't dragged out. But on the other hand, I was like, but I would have liked to see a little bit more of the angst in that romance, because as a fantasy romance, it's definitely kind of lacked on the romance, especially because they weren't even really together until 70% in, when she turned 18 and they were like reunited. Romance was lacking. Definitely read more of like a historical fiction with a magic system and some romance. It was very heavily featuring their family, their relationships, but it was definitely more focused on all of that. I did love the illustrations. I think that was super cool. So I'm still excited to talk to her for the interview to see like her thought process writing this and how the process went with the illustrations, because I don't really see a lot of authors doing that. I see authors doing like illustrations for their books as like separate things, but not inserting it in their books, which Sophie started doing with her backlist. And I think this was her first live release where every single reader gets to experience that, and it was really, really cool, especially with a fantasy like this. I really like that. The bird was cool. I love the connection between Artemis and Anastasia. I really love that. I don't know, like, she took a risk definitely writing this book, and with that twist that she threw in there. I don't love it as someone who does read fantasy romances and like has a specific type of fantasy romance I love. Like, I love House of Earth and Blood, I love the ACOTAR series, I love From Blood and Ash, and the Bridge Kingdom. Like, those are some of my favorites. They are much more adult than this. Those are like, well, I guess ACOTAR not as much, but this was YA for 70% of the book. She was 16 and even younger, so the progress of it definitely read like a very young book. Not like middle grade young, but still young adult. And I would have liked to see more grown up Anastasia. And I do understand like having to establish the world and the world building and the relationships and the hierarchy of her siblings and the people and everybody. But my favorite parts were actually Damien and his family and like his village. I loved that, but we barely got to see that. I want to say we got like 20% of that. And that was part of my favorite part. So I don't know what to feel. I've seen rave reviews from early readers. Some of my friends did give it 5 stars, but I'm gonna settle on a 3. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it as much as I wanted to. And I do think that author expectation does affect my rating a little bit, because when authors, it's happened a couple times in the past, they say this is my best work yet and compare it to something they've written, or just say this will blow you away, like this is the most amazing thing ever written, and I'm already like a huge fan of their work, like my expectations raise even higher. And I feel like my expectations were too high going into this. I was expecting like an epic fantasy romance, especially after just reading House of Earth and Blood and being blown away again on my reread by that. This one just left a little bit to be desired. So 3 stars. I would love to know your thoughts in the comments down below. These are just my personal opinions as a reader, of a fantasy romance reader. I just need more romance and less world building, less background, less YA. That's just what I need as a reader. If you loved it, so happy for you, but I would love to know your thoughts of how you felt reading it. Let me know in the comments below, and that's all I have. As always, thank you so much for watching and have a good day. Bye.